Hi guys, this is Busford's Mike here and welcome back to another model bus review on my channel. Now today I will be taking a look at this Finglands Wright Eclipse Gemini number 1795. This was released in April 2013 by Corgi as OM41228B. This is the second variant of this Finglands Gemini model, as the original A version was released basically around the same time. The main difference between the two is that the A variant had the final destination on it as Sale Bus Station, and of course this one is Piccadilly. Before I get into this review, I must say I am quite surprised at how many people have watched my recent Trafford video. I actually uploaded this as of recording about 50 minutes ago, and it's nearly at 200 already. So thank you everyone who's been checking that video out if you are watching it. I mean, that is crazy, you know, to see that many views already. Like, usually it would still be not in the hundreds at this point, but the fact it's nearly at 200 already is mad. So thank you everyone for watching that video. But of course, we have this lovely Gemini here. Now, of course, this is a Finglands bus, long gone from Manchester, unfortunately. They were taken over by First Bus in 2011. And I miss them. I really miss Finglands. I think this livery was really iconic, especially at Piccadilly. You know, back in the day, you had First Bus running quite a lot of routes there. You had Finglands, you had Main. Of course, you had Stagecoach. You had actual good magic buses. But of course, unfortunately, that came to an end eventually, and now it is mainly just Stagecoach dominate. I mean, Diamond Northwest have got a couple more routes there now. Go Northwest has emerged. Obviously, they've still got magic buses, but they're not very good anymore. But of course, it's still Stagecoach dominated. I really miss the days where you had like Finglands Main, you know, actual good magic buses, more First Buses, you know, had a bit of variancy to Piccadilly as opposed to the very Stagecoach dominated place that it is now. But anyway, enough waffling. Let's get into this model bus now. I'm not going to show the box again because if you collect Corgi models, you'll know what the box looks like. Whether it is, you know, the buses or the cars or anything, you know what the box looks like. You know, you've got your circle there at the front, of course, and on this side, you've of course got the usual stuff at the top. In fact, I've already reviewed a Corgi model, my Go Northeast one. If you want to check that out, it's somewhere on my channel. I believe it's model bus review number 2. So if you want to check that out, then feel free to after this video, or even now if you want. But yeah, as you can see, there's the same information there about, you know, the Collect Club, original omnibus, and the railway stuff. But without further ado, let's get into this. Let's get the model out of the box and let's have a closer look at it. Now, this is a model I have actually wanted for quite a while because I do vaguely remember seeing these in Manchester. Like, obviously, they're not like as nostalgic to me as the Magic Bus or to an extent the Stagecoach buses. But I mean, still, I do remember seeing these Geminis around in Manchester, and again, it does bring me back to a lost era, you know, considering I've now got a couple of magic buses and a couple of old Stagecoach buses as well. We have, of course, got the certificate before we look further into the model. And of course, the certificate is the standard Corgi certificate that you get with, you know, these models. Of course, you have the Corgi design with a picture of the model you are getting. Although, coincidentally, although this is the B version, this one actually has Sale Station on it. So, yeah, just a minor thing there. And then on the back, you've got some information about Finglands. Obviously, they started... I believe running in Manchester in the late 90s, somewhere around that, and then they continued, of course, into the early 2010s before they were taken over by First Bus. This is number 421 of 1,000 of, I believe, this specific variant. Overall, there are 2,000, since there are also 1,000 of the Sale Station variant. Just a bit of dust there, let's get that off. So yeah, let's have a closer look at this model. And there is a reason why I wanted this model for so long. And you know what? It's not just because of the nostalgia, because I absolutely love the livery of Finglands. I really think it is gorgeous. And again, imagine if we still had Finglands buses in Manchester now. Oh, I mean, Imagine what this livery would look like on an Enviro 200. I mean, you still see Geminis in Manchester, so who knows? You could still see these around, but, you know, it is what it is. This, of course, runs the 41 route to Sale, which obviously when Finglands were taken over by First, they got all the routes as well. First did run the 41 for a little while, and then they were taken over eventually by Go Northwest when they took over a few of First Bus's Piccadilly routes. In, I believe, 2018, something like that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I might be wrong. It's around 2017, 2018 anyway. But yeah, let's have a look at the front now. The front is absolutely gorgeous. I love the front of this. Like, it looks so clean. It's mostly white, of course, with a little bit of orange at the bottom. You've, of course, got the number plate. You've got the Volvo logo like you always see on Geminis. But, of course, for me, this is where it really shines, of course. At the top here, you have, of course, got the Route 41 to Piccadilly and the University. But, of course, as with pretty much all of the Finglands buses, you have the Finglands name at the top of the route, and I think that is absolutely brilliant. You know, most companies just put it like down here, or they just put the emblem down here. Some of the Finglands buses did have the emblem underneath this Volvo here, but you know, the fact, I mean, I love the fact that you've got the name on top of it as well. I really, really like that. That's a cool detail. Obviously, you have a couple of gold signs here. So, of course, you've got the wheelchair one and the trolley one. Obviously, it's accessible to people with, you know, those sort of things. So, of course, wheelchair users and, of course, people with prams. And then at the top, you can just about see there the low fares badge, which you also see on the side of the bus. I think a lot of the Finglands buses, especially the Geminis, had that. And speaking of the side, this is where the bus really starts to shine. I mean, again, I know nostalgia plays a big part in me liking this model, but I'm going to be honest with you, even without the nostalgia, this livery is gorgeous. Genuinely love it. Like, you know, it is mostly white, but the way the orange at the bottom here, and of course you've got the orange and brown going along the middle. Of course, you've got the low fares and, of course, the Finglands name with the emblem. It just looks so clean. I really like the way it's presented. I love the combination of orange and white, especially. Like, it's just such a nice combination to have on a bus. I think Finglands absolutely got their livery spot on. And there's a little bit of brown on there as well, which also fits very nice with it. And I think Corgi have absolutely nailed it. Of course, you've also got the fleet number there just over the wheel, 1795. And of course, you have 41 to Piccadilly on the side as well. And then you have the Finglands website as well. Really nicely detailed by Corgi. Like, seriously, this is really, really good. But then again, it's Corgi. They get quite a lot of things right. Then, of course, we have the back of the bus. And again, it's a really, really nice and simple back. Of course, you have the Finglands name there just underneath Route 41. It is mostly white. Apart from that, you do get an orange, a bit of orange at the bottom. You get the Eclipse logo in the bottom right, the Volvo logo in the bottom left. You have the Wright logo there on the engine cover along with the fleet number. But yeah, that's basically it. It's a simple enough back, but it works pretty well. And then, of course, we move it to this side. And again, it looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? It just looks so, so good. I mean, I'm in love with this orange and white livery with a bit of brown on it. Not too much brown as well. It's just perfect. It really is. Like, you've got the thing, again, basically the same as the other side. You've got the Finglands name with the emblem, the website, the fleet number, and, of course, the low fares on the top. I mean, it's just so nice. I really like this livery. And again, the way Corgi have managed to put this in a model as well. Like, I don't think you could do much better with it. Like, seriously, I think they've got absolutely everything right. I think some of the Geminis had the emblem on the front here at the bottom. But there were also some that didn't. And I believe this specific fleet number, this specific bus didn't, 1795, I believe this didn't have the emblem on the bottom. And I mean, even with and without the emblem, it doesn't matter. It's still an absolutely gorgeous bus. And again, if you lived in Manchester through the 2000s, you went to Piccadilly, you know, you loved, you know, seeing the buses, and you want to, like, you know, start a collection of them, this is one of the buses I would genuinely recommend, because not only are you getting a gorgeous bus, I mean, the ALX 400 as well is also absolutely brilliant. That is a bus I do want to get one day. Not really as much as some others, but I mean, if I could get that, that would be pretty nice. But again, I couldn't recommend this enough. Like, it's actually quite cheap as well, because again, it's not the most highest in demand bus, you know, not unlike the bloody Stagecoach First and all that. But, you know, it's Finglands. You know, again, it brings back a lost era of all these really cool liveries. Of course, you had the main, you know, the good magic buses, you know, all that stuff. Like, you know, it just unlocks a lot of nostalgia, and I mean, I absolutely adore this model. It looks absolutely great, and again, you can't go wrong with a Gemini model. You really can't, and the fact it's got this livery on it makes it even better. Again, one not to miss, especially if you love Manchester buses. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this review. I mean, can't stress enough how I don't. I'm just trying to get my words together here, because I'm still stunned at how many views that Trafford video has got, like, instantly. Like, again, it's been out for an hour and it's near 200. Like, absolutely amazing. Like, even if you didn't like it, thank you for watching it anyway, because it's absolutely crazy how quick that has actually gone up. Obviously, at the end of the day, I do care. Even if it didn't have a lot of views, you know, I'd still do it. But I'm just amazed at how quickly that video has grown. And I also hope you enjoy this video as well. This is actually the 18th, or is it 19th model I've now reviewed. I think I've only got three more now. I think this might be the 20th model I've reviewed, actually. Yeah, so 1920, something like that. I've only got 3 more to review before, you know, I unfortunately have to bring this series to a temporary end, because I do get models like every month or two. So, you know, this series will be back, and this will probably be a monthly thing, but there are still 3 more for me to do. And considering they are 3 models that I absolutely adore, I cannot wait to show you them. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like. And if you enjoyed this content and you also enjoyed the Trafford video and you came from there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I will be probably doing a bus recording video every single week. At least I'm hoping to. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go next week, but I'm excited to do this again, and I'm excited to review some more model buses. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves. See ya!